Good morning. It is time for our Kids Care segment, a segment where we introduce you to kids who are doing amazing things for their community here in the state of New Hampshire. I want to introduce you to Amy Campbell from Merrimack. Her hard work has earned her one of the highest awards in Girl Scouts, the Girl Scout Gold Award. So first off, can you explain your project that you had to do in order to get you going for that award?
Yeah. So for my gold award, I repaired a stone wall at Benson Park in Hudson, New Hampshire. The wall had originally, the center of it had collapsed and it was crumbling. So for my project, I built it back up. And I added erosion solutions to the wall because that was the reason that it had originally crumbled in the first place. And then I also created science experiments to share with kids to teach them about erosion so that they can go forward in the future and use erosion solutions as well.
So after you decided on doing this project, I imagine there were a few steps that you had to take in order to get it off the ground. How was that process? Was it a little scary or was it pretty easy to get going?
Yeah, it was definitely a little scary at points. There's a lot of different things that you have to do. I had to talk with different stonemasons because I've never, built a stone wall before. So it was a new skill that I had to learn. So just taking the steps to learn how to do that and learn about the different erosion prevention and learn all those new things, which I think is really cool. An important part of the Gold Award and Girl Scouts in general is learning all those new skills. But yeah, at first it was kind of like, learning that new skill, going into it, a lot that you had to learn and prepare for before actually doing the project.
Let's talk a little science. Have to do that as a meteorologist. So part of this is a bit of a science lesson. Yeah. So why did you decide to not only rebuild the wall, but also to make it into a little bit of a science explainer for children who are visiting there?
Yeah, I just think that that's really important. That's part of the project, is to share the project with the community. And I thought it was fun to take that extra step and really explain to them why these things happen and how they can prevent it in the future, just to kind of help not only so that I am fixing erosion in this one spot, but also so that they can go out and fix erosion in other places.
So what does it mean to you to be able to see that the project's now complete and that people are able to enjoy that space at Benson?
Yeah, it's so crazy to me just to think about it. Like, I just look at the wall now and I see it and I remember what it looked like before and then going back and seeing what it looks like now. It's just crazy, the difference, and just knowing like what I was able to do on a personal level. Like, I'm just so proud of everything that I accomplished, and I just think it's so great as a way to improve community spaces and encourage that of other people as well.
And one of the last things I wanted to ask you is there are a lot of young girls in the state of New Hampshire, maybe who are daisies or brownies, or maybe not involved in Girl Scouts at all. What do you think is one of the best parts of being involved in Girl Scouts? And if somebody wanted to become a Girl Scout, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely highly encourage people to join Girl Scouts. It's such a fun experience. You get to learn so many fun new skills, and also skills that will help you, in the future. Like the Gold Award has taught me so many skills about communication.
And what an amazing job you did on that project at Benson.
Thank you.
If you know of a kid doing amazing things in their community, please share with us what they're doing, and you might see it featured here on Kids Care. Email us at heartofnh@hearst.com.